The little girl from the tiny folk was stealing human tissues. Suddenly, she noticed a human boy looking at her gently. This made the girl feel a little embarrassed, so she quickly hid behind the tissues. Just as she was about to leave, the sugar cube she had borrowed with so much effort fell to the ground. Her face was full of disappointment, but the boy spoke first. The girl wanted to respond, yet thinking that humans were the enemies of the tiny folk, she ultimately decided to leave. Although the girl looked like a human, her height was only a few centimeters. As a member of the tiny folk, she had always lived by borrowing human things. They lived under the floor of the boy's grandmother's house. The girl was very curious about the human world, and often sneaked out when her parents weren't paying attention. What she didn't know was that this time, her outing was seen by the boy, who was staying at his grandmother's house to recover. That evening, the father prepared to take the girl to borrow something. The mother reminded them that the house needed sugar and tissues. After promising her mother, the father and daughter crossed a bridge made of nails, and squeezed through a gap in the wall. Arriving at the human kitchen, the father struggled to take a sugar cube out of a jar, and then passed it to the girl along a rope. She carefully put it into her backpack. Then she prepared to fetch a tissue. Along the way, the girl noticed a large pin. Her father said it could become her first trophy. Thus, the pin became the girl's sword. They moved to the next room and successfully found a box of tissues. As the father and daughter pulled out the tissues, they were discovered by the boy. Even though she didn't make a sound, the girl's sugar still accidentally fell to the floor. The boy spoke to himself, saying that his mother had seen the tiny folk here when she was young. Seeing that no one paid attention to him, he looked a little sad. He had suffered from severe heart disease since childhood, and had had very few friends. The girl hung her head and walked back, apologizing solemnly to her father. Her father didn't blame her, but he told her not to tell her mother about this, so she wouldn't worry too much. Back at home, the girl still felt very guilty. Aside from the pin, she hadn't brought back the sugar or tissues her mother wanted. This made her very sad, and she couldn't sleep the whole night.